I'm hoping I get it tonight. Um, I might not. I don't know. I mean, last night I got some really good attempts. It definitely can happen on any given attempt. But it's also very possible that I'll have a few more deaths deep into the level. But I mean, I got past Event Horizon twice last night, and like I have like played like in practice I've gotten Deathless starting at Determination several times, so it's very doable. If I get it tonight before I start having to worry about school, that would be nice, but like, given how close I am, I think, like, the fact that it could legitimately happen so soon is probably going to be enough motivation to keep going, even if, it takes a few days. I'm gonna try to do attempts daily. There's other stuff I'd like to stream, like I do want to do more 63 Hito Hendo, but I will finally 202. But will it happen today is the question. No. Okay. You heard my sister. I need the Bell Dash Crystal. This specific attempt is the wrong. Okay. Is Rufon or my sister more accurate? We will find out soon. Well, actually, hopefully we will find out in about 20 minutes. So I don't know if 20 minutes counts as soon. Okay, first attempt of the day. Getting to remembered is good. And just at the start, which is nice. But I mean, the start is the easy part, so... I'm not doing intro car Rufon. Am I not doing intro car? I could do intro car. Nah, I haven't done intro car in a while. If I had practiced intro car recently, like... It's not hard to get intro car, so like, I'd be willing to, but... Not if I haven't practiced it. So I have to do like that. Like that's what I practice. I'm absolutely not doing intro car without jelly with the golden. That would be awful. Can you even recover if you don't have the jelly? You can? Okay. The jelly makes it so much easier. So like... You're fine. When are you gonna get 202? I mean, I haven't played Bingo since our match. I do want to get, like, if Akko or whoever starts hosting events like we wanted, then I would absolutely get back into Bingo. Okay, that's fine. I was a little confused what just happened there for a second, which is usually bad, but... yeah, but Bingo is great. Barrel golden attempts are also kind of fun. Which is surprising. I didn't expect to actually be having a bunch of fun doing this. I expected it to be a tough grind, but... like, I just did so much practice that I'm just hella consistent at this level, and it's not even really all that stressful. Like, there's a few rooms that suck, but like 90% of the level is just easy for me now. I mean, I think we all got better. Except maybe, like, Sonic. I need to not do that. Sonic was already hella good. But, like, I definitely got better throughout the course of the tourney. And then, like, suddenly got way worse for my final match, but, like, shut up. Music choices? Celeste music. We had a close 13-5. I don't know, I'm just proud of me versus Sonic. Like, I did not expect to win that match. I don't think it was close. Yeah, I mean... oh god, Karma Room is soon. Karma Room is not easy. It's like... I think it's the room I'm least consistent on in the entire level. Yeah, well, you're not the one who's trying to get a golden strawberry. Ah. How did that go wrong? Guess I didn't hold right. I should practice through 'em. Yeah, I mean, I'm never upset about Auron getting the comb room. Doesn't the game tell you that deaths mean you're learning or something? I think if you're holding right when you do a wall bounce, you get, like, an extra horizontal. Like, there. Like, I went really fast horizontally. But then, like, on the first one, sometimes I just, like, don't get much speed at all. So I think, like, if you hold against the wall, you get, like, more horizontal speed or something. Which is something I need to pay attention to. Because, like, I don't want to go too far right, though. But I also, like, do need to actually clear the spikes. Which didn't happen that time. Okay, I'm pretty consistent at this room, honestly. Like, it is still one of the worst in the level. What is it? This one? Yeah. This is just the worst room. Okay, sweet. Like, I don't think it's as hard as Comb Room, but, like, I think I actually am, like, less consistent at this than I am at Comb Room. But, it's right at the end, which sucks so much. Yeah, having controller problems would make Golden suck. Really? I really need to, like, get better at focusing when I'm in this room. Like, I think there are other rooms with similarly precise, dashes, but, like, this just has 3 bad ones in a row. Like, the first 2 are easy. I mean, I think it's, like, the, 3rd and 5th that are the worst. You can't demo through. Well, like, a demo doesn't last long enough. I think. Like, maybe if you're, like, right up against the edge it can, but, like, also you can't wait that long to dash. Oh my god. Like, every time I've actually gotten a demo to, like, help there, like, I end up dying, because she uncrouches before she's through the other side. Like, if you notice, like, the dash, like, she usually starts falling before she's actually past the electricity. So, like, I don't, demos just don't help. But yeah, like, I will not, like, Comb Room first attempt of the night is very good. Because if I can get into Determination on a regular basis, then I can get the golden. Because I can do Determination in the rest of the level Deathless, and I've done that before multiple times. Friendly to IRL who is going to a different school, met someone who knows you online. How do you even, like, figure that out? Ah, you're talking about TF2. Okay. Are you supposed to be streaming SteamWorld Dig 2 or something? Yeah, I mean, I have no complaints about someone being in my Twitch chat. I like a company. Bottom route is way more consistent for fun. Shut up. I'm not doing top route during golden attempts. New top route is still bad. Like, you have to do the stupid, New top route isn't that bad, but it's way harder than bottom. Like, it doesn't have any, like, actually hard rooms, but, like, they're easy rooms that I need to learn. And I don't want to learn more rooms if I don't have to. Especially since, like... I mean, I must switch, but okay. I hope this is the attempt, so that's in there. Why it's going to be now, watch. Oh my god. Come on, this isn't hard. There we go. I say this isn't hard when talking about something that's reliant on moon clock cycles. Like, they're relevant. Like, it's easy, yes, but it's also just, like, cycles. Like, I didn't miss it because it's hard. I missed it because the cycles are wrong place. I've, like, never played Mystery Dungeon. I know, like, nothing about that game, to be honest. Oh my god. Really? I think I need to go further right there. Generally, I create that darkness/time/sky. Okay, so I don't know anything about Mystery Dungeon in particular, but I do know things about Pokemon, and that's enough to make me very confused reading that sentence. Like what? What does that have to do with Pokemon and a dungeon? The Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games have, like, versions? Like the main series ones? Huh. I thought the spin-off games usually didn't. I mean, like, I get why they would, but... Or, like... Presumably it would be the same differences as... presumably they would do it for the same reasons as they do for the main series games. But... What if they just, like, stop having two versions of the main series games? Like, they just started making them one version from now on. I wonder if Pokemon would still be the best-selling franchise of all time if you removed the... What am I saying? I'm pretty sure that, like, the actual, like, games being sold is not, even all that big a portion of Pokemon's revenue. I'm pretty sure it's all the merchandise. So that probably wouldn't even have that notable an effect. Really? Yeah, that's true. That is true. Although, I mean, like, two distinct versions isn't all that big a deal in the grand scheme of things. For that matter... Using modern technology, what you could do is, just have, like, what Pokemon generate, be randomly seeded or something. Instead of just having two versions, you could have, like, very big number versions. Oh god, that would make speedrunning... I'm sorry. What? No, 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 no. I should go practice that. No, you know, it's not worthwhile practicing that room. That death was just stupid. What have I learned? Pufferfish hitboxes are really dumb. I think that's all I can take away from that death. Oh my god, get the Death Flash crystal. Yeah, Rufan, I went up through, I went up through the pufferfish, like, outline thingy, and, I just, like, went straight through it, didn't get blasted. Because I, like, just, like, went at, like, the perfect angle to go up through the side of it and not, have it explode. And then I bounced off the pufferfish into the spikes. So... Thankfully, deaths like that shouldn't happen later in the level. Like, there is, oh my god. There is that room right after the, the stupid electricity gap room that sucks, which has some bad pufferfish stuff, like Pufferfish Super, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. But, like, I think I have that room down. Yeah, I also have school tomorrow. It's school. I'm looking forward to most of my classes that I have tomorrow, like... I'm a little worried that Lit will be because I haven't liked either of the books that we were assigned over summer reading. Although, like, I mean... I didn't enjoy reading them. But I don't think, like, discussion of the themes in them will be uninteresting or anything. Which is, like, I can enjoy, like, discussing a book that I didn't enjoy reading. So I've, like... Depending on how much reading we're expected to do in the class, I think I'll enjoy it even if the books are bad. And, like, additionally, I think in this class we're given much more freedom as to what books to read than in other classes, because, like, I don't think we're reading all this, like, books as a class as much. We're just, like, discussing literature in general. Which will probably involve some books. But I think, like, you know... I don't know if it's exactly, like, a standard book report type thing, but, like, something more similar to that is what a lot of the class is going to be like, I think. Yeah, we can just let it go. We don't need a wave dash. Theology... I mean, theology is theology, but, like, I like the teacher for that class. And it's a more discussion-based class, taking honors, so... I think that's going to be a good class. Despite the fact that theology is... theology. My school has mandatory theology, by the way. Oh my god, get up there. Throw the freaking jellyfish to the right. Um... I also have a multivariable tomorrow, which should be good. It's the same teacher that I had for BC. Oh my god. Okay, we're practicing Remembered. I've died in Remembered 3 times. I'm not consistent enough at Remembered. Yeah, like, my multivariable teacher is, like, not terrible. Like, there have been some cases where, like, his understanding of the math, or like, way of explaining it confused me, but, like, he's not overly strict or anything, which is really, like, well, it must be a problem for me. He's not one of those math teachers who's like, oh, you used pen. You know you aren't allowed to use pen. Stop it. And, like, I think he, like, has asked us to use pencil before, but he doesn't, like, actually care. Now, my stats teacher, on the other hand, the syllabus says that he takes points off for using pen, which, makes me very worried that he's going to be a stickler about things that really don't matter, which is... well, they shouldn't. I mean, like, there are legitimate advantages to doing math in pen, but there's also, like, advantages to not having to get out a pencil. Or to doing math in pencil. Like... okay, I'm sorry, what? Why... okay, I do not understand Pufferfish well enough, evidently. Oh my god. Because I've had multiple deaths recently related to Pufferfish being bad. And I mean, like, I do think that, like, a lot of this is just, like, the visual design of Pufferfish, like, being done poorly more so than, like, my skill at the game, necessarily, but, like, I do need to... that doesn't change the fact that that dying Pufferfish means I don't get the golden strawberry. Whether it's my fault or the game being poorly designed. Hi Azu, by the way. And then... okay, I need to understand. I need to better this one. Like, can you go low enough that this is bad? Yes. Yeah. And I didn't have dash there, so I didn't witness it firsthand, but, like, that will not work. I could, like, do this in the normal way. Like, eh. This is, like, painfully slow, and that can happen. So I don't really want to learn that method. I can do this. The problem with that is that it can hit the spikes. Like, you can go, can hit those spikes early. But it doesn't, it's starting to look like hitting the spikes there is not an actual threat. Provided I don't, like, do that. Oh my god. Okay. If I can't hit it while I'm actually trying, then it's probably safe enough. Oh, come on. That is not something I should be dying to. Okay, okay. So we'll do a Jelly Baiter there. Yeah, okay, okay. That's good. That works. I guess I could start doing the upright there instead of a Jelly Baiter. I think I'm consistent enough with Jelly Baiter, so that doesn't matter though. I need to start intentionally giving myself a very wide error range, I guess, when I'm doing stuff with pufferfish. Because, like, if I hit the edges of the circle, it doesn't work well. Like, I have less room. Okay, that's not good. Let's get out of it, remember. Come on. I'm having trouble with remembered, like, that is not a good sign. Like, the stuff I'm dying to here is not stuff that, should be giving me trouble. And the stuff that, like, is legitimately really precise is hard enough on its own. Like, you need to be able to handle the easy stuff for this. If you're fun, I will ban you. Should I go as soon as I get one Deathless Remembered? Or... yeah, if I get one, it's probably enough. Like... I don't know. I don't think my problem is actually with the remember checkpoint, it's with, like... consistency in general? I don't know. Like, there's sometimes where, like, there's, like, a particular room where, like... I don't understand the room well enough and it causes me to be less consistent than I should at it. And then there's cases where I'm just like, I understand the room well enough, but I'm just like, I do something wrong. Because, like, to do this golden, like, you need muscle memory for the entire level, but, like, muscle memory, like, isn't good enough sometimes, like, it's really hard to have muscle memory that perfect for that long a stretch of gameplay. So, like, I also need to, like, actually understand what I'm doing. Okay, that's the second time I cut that there really close. It's only a minute into the level, so I don't really care if I'm inconsistent at it, but maybe something worth labbing. I don't know. I should really try to get a boost there. Like, I haven't actually died to that, so it's not a big concern, but... It's possible that, I'll have a lot more luck trying to get this golden when I'm on better sleep schedule. Because I do, like, I'm getting enough sleep, but, like, I feel like just, like, the slightest bit drowsy, and it's causing me to have a little trouble focusing as much as I would. Oh my god. There we go. I mean, maybe that's helpful because it keeps me from focusing too much, but... I mean, I'm going to... I think I'll probably cut stream at 11-ish. And then do my bedtime stuff. Which isn't like go to bed immediately. Like I don't actually have a better time routine that's like solid enough to actually describe, but like do stuff on my phone or whatever. I usually go outside. Because like it's nice out at night. At least it is with the current weather. I'm sorry, Rufan, you're married? Wait, you... I'm confused. I thought you were Ace, not Polly. Although, I mean, Polly isn't a sexual orientation, but shut up. I mean, I guess polysexual is, but like... That's stupid. Like, I'm attracted to exactly 4 of the genders. Like, that's not how gender works. That's like when people are like, oh, the liberals, they have 73 genders on Facebook. Like, no. That's not a list of the genders that exist. That's how it works. I mean, it's like, the literal meaning of the word would be something like attraction to several sexes. Or genders, whatever. But like... that doesn't make much sense. Because like... I mean, on the one hand, like, you have gender, like, gender is bimodal. Like... It's not like there are several distinct genders, it's a spectrum. But if you're going to point out, let me focus on the screen. There we go. Like, if you're going to single out a specific, like, there aren't really distinct genders, other than 2. There's just, like, a bunch of in-between space for, like, individual variation, but it doesn't really, like... If you get what I'm saying, I don't know. So, like, using poly during that state of affairs seems really weird to me. Like, you can be attracted to everywhere on the gender spectrum. You can be attracted to, like, 1/2 of it. I mean, like, I guess, like, you can get a nuance in, like, are you attracted to people who don't express either masculinity or femininity? That was uncomfortably close. But, like, I don't know. Trying to describe things more particular than the two genders for sexual orientation. Like, at a certain point it stops being sexual orientation and it starts being just, like, personal preference as to who you're attracted. I don't know. Okay, sweet. One more room or determination. I don't say I'm in determination yet because I could screw this up. That was a little close. Okay, that was stupidly close. I mean, Farewell is a good chapter. Whatever the haters may say. I could not play this much if it were a bad chapter. And, like, I need to play this chapter a lot to get this consistent at it. Okay, this is like a serious attempt now. Like, could actually make it serious. So, that's exciting. I hate that that is the most consistent strat I found for that room. Like, that's just so, like... Ah! And yet, like, there's nothing I'm more consistent at than that. Like, I used to, do the same, like, hit the ceiling and then, like, do a super off, like an extended super off of the crumbly blocks. Like, I feel like I mess that up more often. I'm glad I've gotten this room down. Like, when I was first doing attempts, that room sucked. Okay, there's like one bad room left in this. Oh my god. I don't think that's ever gonna stop happening. I guess that's my second really stupid choke deep in. Hi, DJ Tom. Just had a death and determination. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I made it deep into reconciliation, so I can definitely pull this off if I keep at it. I mean, I don't think it was a fluke. Like, I mean, I made it to determination today. I mean, it might have been a fluke that I got it, like, so soon, like, my first handful of attempts, but it's definitely something I can do again. just might take, you know, an hour or two to get that far. Again. Hey, Connor. Oh my god. I like everyone showing up right after I die on the deep attempt. I really do need to get more runs out of Event Horizon. I mean, that was my third, technically fourth, but like third since I've picked Golden Attempts back up and started like seriously actually going for it. I'd like to get a couple more out of Event Horizon tonight. Hopefully, I mean, I'd love to like actually finish, or at least get one into Reconciliation, but we'll see. Oh my god, why am I so bad at this? .63 is a good speed game, by the way. For anyone who is looking for a new speed game. What just happened? Did I dash up left into the bubble and then like... I think I should start being more careful in that room. It's taken me a while, like I haven't gotten all that many good attempts today. And it's been almost an hour. Like, I mean, I got one Tacoma and another into Determination. But like that, like few attempts where I died and remembered didn't help. But I think I'm past that problem now, so... Okay, that was scary. What happened there? Okay, I went off the spring. Okay, so I like climbed up onto the spring instead of jumping onto it, I think. And that threw me off. Didn't cause a death, but like... Even if it doesn't actually like cause me to die, if something goes differently from how I expect, that's pretty concerning in this. So... Because it means like that's a place where like I could have died if the level were designed differently. Even like... Yeah. Like, if I only live because the level gives more leeway than it has to, then that's something I want to pay attention to. I don't know. It's less concerning than when I, like, actually die to something going wrong. But it's still, like... Yeah, I want to make sure that, like, if it happens again, like, I'm not risking death. You know, stuff like that. Being as consistent as I am getting to breaking news is good, though. Like, legitimately, I feel like the first room that's an actual problem for me is Como, which is really good. Like, if I die before then, it's because, like, I lost focus and, like, did one of my strats incorrectly, rather than because, like, I mistimed something. For the most part, like, there are a few things that I actually can mistime. And, like, that there, like, I'm not totally comfortable with, but, I don't know. I guess it's not that, like, there aren't things I could mistime before Chrome Room, but that, like, I usually don't mistime them. Like, most of my deaths are due to me failing to execute a strat properly. Okay, that is not how you're supposed to do that roommate roll. Rufon, that's... News are supposed to be new. That's not new. We've all known that for, like, 5 years. News is also supposed to be true, fun. You're not gay, you're ace. Maybe. I mean, those aren't mutually exclusive, but shut up. Yes, you're fun. I just said they're not mutually exclusive. Oh my god. Oh well. Maybe I should practice on Horizon a bit? Yeah, after this attempt I'll practice on Horizon. You're not being toxic, Rufon. I mean, like, you're being, like... I don't know, I mean, like... I understand what you're getting at when you're saying that you're being toxic. Like, oh my god, okay. I actually died to that. Like, I need to figure out what's going on there. Why is this from red? Why is this red? Oh, that's because I'm throwing it in. This one? No. But I think, like, friendly joking among friends, when everyone knows, like, that, like, it's not, like, serious, is a different, like... I would not describe that as toxic. At least not, like, at the extent that we're doing it. I mean, like, whether you're too forward with it is, like, a valid concern. But, like, you have not done anything that actually bothers me, like, ever, so... Okay, so, Okay. So if I make sure I'm not holding a direction when I dash into that, then... I'm not doing a low death, I'm doing practice. Because, like, I think... I think doing a low death is kind of silly for me at this point, when, like... It's very plausible that a given low death would end up being 0, and I don't want to, like, not have the golden. Like, I might, like, do a golden attempt and then load the room where I died and continue from there, but I don't know. I certainly wouldn't if I got to, if I was in singular when I died. Like, that would just be silly. I mean, I think everyone has refund. I certainly have all of them. Ah, okay. That was... I don't know what that was. I just, like... I, like, panicked even though there was nothing wrong, and then in my panic died. I'm not too worried about Event Horizon because I mean I've gotten past it this stream, and I got up to conference. Okay, well, if I can't get past Comb Room, that is a concern. And those two deaths there do not bode well. Okay. Well, I didn't try to die there, so that's a little worrying, but whatever. This isn't a hard jump, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with my karma. It's always going to be stressful, like I'm always going to lose attempts there, but... Oh, that's fine, CC, whatever. Get Deathless Determination, and then more attempts. I think I'll do like one more past Event Horizon. Or something. Sort of like that. I don't know. It's not like a rule, that's just like my guess for when I'm probably gonna stop. I mean, my hair is a mess. You can't really tell because I'm wearing headphones. Or maybe you can tell, I don't know. Heck yeah, haircut's dumb. I mean, they aren't, but, like... Okay, that's... Okay, that's very concerning. Haircuts are fine when your barber doesn't think you're a gender you're not. Okay. I think I'm good at that room again. Oh, come on. If my parents make me get another— oh my god. If my parents make me get another haircut before I move out, I really need to figure out how to communicate what I want to her. Oh my god. Okay, focus. Because, like, I do not want all my hair cut off. Which is always what ends up happening. There we go. Oh my god, okay. Let's try to focus, because that attempt was bad. And if that's how this is going to be going, then there's no way I'm getting the golden tonight. I mean... I really need to start... Oh my god. Okay, that's happened twice. I need to make that stop happening. Okay, sure. I guess there's a checkpoint there. I didn't even know that could happen. Manage to run into the opposite problem is usually a good step for fixing a problem, though. Yeah, I think this room is just always gonna be... eh. Log time has been going on for almost 6 months now. What? Okay. This is not okay. I mean, I didn't die, but, like, that's still, like, bad. I think my muscle memory used to be to do a full jump there, and I've just, like, stopped doing that, which is not good. My muscle memory randomly changing on me is, like, going to cause deaths. Because as much as I have flabbed out this level, there's still things I just run on muscle memory for. Like that. And, if I can't rely on my muscle memory for those things, then I'm not gonna be able to get a gold. This is where I died? Damn, that's easy. You just hit the crystal. Oh my god, what was that? Okay, I'm just gonna do a few attempts. I don't think... I don't think this golden is happening tonight. I'm gonna give it a few attempts. Probably one more past Event Horizon. But... I mean, I need to get to bed soon. And just like based on how that practice was going, and like I probably remembered earlier, like I think I'm just not consistent enough in general right now. Hey, gaming. I'm probably not going to be streaming for too much longer because, I need to go to bed soon. I have school tomorrow. See you, fun. Good luck with that. I don't think that's a coincidence, the Gaming 100. I think that's us living in the same time zone. Hopefully I get golden on this attempt. That would be nice. Because if it's not this attempt, it's probably not going to be tonight. And I mean, like, I don't think that school starting is going to be enough of a problem to, like, actually prevent... that's not good. Prevent me from continuing the grind, but... like, it's still, like, something I'm a little worried about, because it's gonna massively change my schedule. For just my day-to-day life, obviously, because it's school. So... I really should have started this, like, a week earlier or something. But oh well. How long is my school day? Not that long, honestly. Not actual classes, at least. I'm more worried about, like, keeping up with schoolwork and motivation for that, which is a lot, like... the actual time commitment isn't that significant, like... oh my god. Like, I actually need to be in class for, like... 3 hours-ish? Maybe a bit longer a day? Actually, no, yeah, it would be exactly 3 hours, I think. Because I have 4 45-minute periods. And I mean, I waste 3 hours just, like, doing unproductive things in general already, so... Like, the actual time I'm committed to being class isn't the problem. It's... Because, like, yeah, like, it is short. It's no, you know, 8 hours-ish during not quarantine. Because, like, we have half the classes per day. And I also do not need to drive to school. Which just cuts out so much time. And, like, to be fair, like, the classes aren't all back-to-back, so it's not actually, like, one 3-hour chunk. Like, there are, like, 15-minute breaks between classes, so... It actually ends up spanning a pretty decent chunk of the day, but I have, like... It's not actually enough free time to, like, start doing golden attempts, but, I mean, most of the breaks would be, like, I go use the bathroom, or, like, I, like... I don't know. Waste time, probably. It's hard to get into doing anything of particular value for just, like, a 15-minute time span. Maybe do, like, a little practice of Celeste. And then, like, there's one, like, hour-and-a-half break in the middle of the day that, like, I could go on a walk during, maybe. Or do, like, I could stream, I guess. I think I'm supposed to get lunch, though. Hi, Prax. Prax. Oh my god. I really should not have tried to talk. Look at chat mid-screen. Whatever. I think this is my last attempt for the night, because I need to head to bed soon. How's Celeste going? I mean, it's going very well in general. Oh my god. Tonight in particular, I'm having some trouble, because, like, stuff like that is happening. I'm having a bunch of stupid deaths. Which is making it hard to get any runs really far in. And it's making the runs that do get far in not get as far as they should. But I mean, last night I got into Reconciliation, so... Which is like... Basically I got like almost all the way to the end. If you aren't familiar with the checkpoints in this, it's the second to last checkpoint. So like, tonight could be a lot better, but in general I think I can definitely get the golden soon. Which is really nice, because, like, this has been, like, hanging over my head for the past year. Like, I got all 200 berries, and then Farewell came out, and, like, I never got back up to having 200% in this game. And now, hopefully that'll finally happen. It's 5 AM for you, jeez. Good night. Thanks for the luck. I don't think it's happening tonight, but hopefully someday soon. I mean, if it does happen tonight, then I'm staying up a bit later than I should, because it's gonna take a while. But... Yeah, you probably were right. I mean... Like, you made the right guess, like... And any given night, it's probably not happening.
I totally know what I was guessing, but...
You have no idea what's going on, do you?
Nope.
You're just, like, pessimistic in general. Oh, well, you're watching?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, okay, so this is Celeste.
I know. They did it once.
Stupid Ball Stew is the best Super Mario 64 act. Yeah, oh yeah, you've played Celeste. Okay, so this is chapter 9. It's, very long. And I'm trying to do it deathless.
Nice.
This strawberry is the one strawberry in the game I don't have yet. Because, like, this is legitimately really hard to do. So, hopefully I'll actually get it soon. Because I've done a lot of practice, and I think I can. Yeah. There's something like 50-ish people who have done this so far. So it's not something a lot of people have done. Even people who are, like, really good at Celeste sometimes haven't done it. Oh my god, throw the jelly to the right! Okay. Yeah, I need to help. If I go again, then I need to get to sleep.
Try again tomorrow.
Hopefully I'll get it tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Unfortunate that I didn't get any. I mean, getting 2 runs into determination is nice. Was it 2? I think it might have only been 1 into determination, actually. Because I got the 1 to Calm Room, which is my first attempt. And either way, this wasn't a great night. I had a lot of trouble focusing. But, hopefully I'm hoping that I'll start being able to do better coming up, because I'll be on a better sleep schedule, so I'll be better rested and more able to focus. But also, I don't know. The point is, hopefully this happens soon, because I want to freaking 100% this game finally. So yeah, see y'all tomorrow. Good night.